Who are you?
I'm Cesar. I was born and raised in Bakersfield, California. Um, I've been homeless for a long time. I think I was homeless since I was in high school because my dad and my mom broke up. And my dad was an alcoholic, and my mom was hooked on meth, basically. And one thing led to another, and even though we all lived in the same apartment, I thought it was normal because I was a kid at the time, and I thought, oh, it's mom and dad, we're living in the same house, they're together, everything's good. But turns out they were broken up already. So, but I didn't know that. I was just playing video games. I'd come home from school, food was made, so everything seemed normal to me. But later on, my mom ended up getting pregnant. She ended up getting pregnant with the Connect, her drug dealer. After that, my dad started going through motions and everything. And he ended up drinking more. And one thing led to another, and they ended up fighting a lot in the house. And my mom ended up leaving us to pay the rent. And one day I come home and then my video game system sold for money for the rent. And then my dad, he wasn't able to pay the rent, so we ended up becoming homeless. And I was only like 16 probably, so I was like a junior in high school. So I had to bounce from my mom's apartment that she got with her Connect, because then she ended up getting pregnant by the Connect. She ended up getting an apartment by herself. And so when she took my sister, but I ended up having to live in the streets. One thing led to another, and I ended up having to go from the park, California Park, and I would sleep with my dad, and he used to drink a lot. He used to drink a lot, and I used to sleep at night with him at the park, and then I would wake up. And then I would have to go to school with the same clothes. I would have to wear the same clothes. And I wasn't very hygienic because I had to sleep with my dad at the park most of the time. And I would bounce back every once in a while my mom will let me go in the apartment, and then I'll go take a shower over there. But how someone becomes homeless is more than just the situation that you're in. It's also the mind state that you're in. Because if you're a very isolated person, you only think mostly of yourself. You employ, I don't know if it's employ or deploy, but you employ yourself more on the world than what the world is giving you. You see everything from your point of perspective, but your point of perspective is all that you made of yourself in the world. Everyone else has situations that are going on that are differently. You have time that's passing by every day from morning to night to do things. Instead of just thinking. You could go out and you could do things. But one thing that leads to homelessness is isolation and procrastination. Everyone says to go get a job, or they'll tell you, oh, just go get a job. They also don't tell you that you have to break your habits, which are good to stop, especially when you start at a young age if you're smoking or drinking. It's difficult to go about life letting things go, like letting weed go if you smoke weed, or if you drink alcohol just so you can feel confident throughout the day. It's difficult to let a lot of things go throughout the day. And as time's passing by, you think it's okay because it's not really that bad because you're young and everything. But as you're going about it, time is passing by every single day, and so it's also not just the mindset, but the people that you put yourself around, because you always tend to go to the people that allow you to drink. you always try to find the people that allow you to smoke. You always try to find the people that allow you just to, you give their food stamps to them so you can stay on the couch, or you can find a place to stay, and you feel comfortable, but you don't really do that much. You wait for someone else to come and grab your hand and go and do things for you. People don't know what you're going through. They look at you from the outside, but they don't know what you're going through unless you speak up, unless you express yourself. And to top it off, you're never gonna fully develop unless you actually put yourself out there and get, even if you're nervous, like even if you're an alcoholic or if you're drinking a lot, there's things that are going on every day. There's different situations, like, and as far as it goes, whatever situation you're in at this moment, depending on whatever you're going through, you have the time to think about what's stopping you, as far as like whether it's alcohol, whether it's like you continuously going back to the same things again and again and again. I'm gonna say there's so much distractions as far as life goes. I would say you're gonna look at life and you're gonna want lots of things. You're gonna want to do lots of things, but if you don't actually go out there and put yourself in the situation, implement yourself in that situation, you're not gonna go far. So like you could want things, you could wish for things, you could think that everybody else has it better, which no one does. No one's satisfied. Like people are hardly ever satisfied. They enjoy things, but everyone gets depressed. Everyone gets nervous. Everyone has problems. Everyone doesn't know how to talk to other people because everyone feels like everyone's different. So as far as it goes, I would say speak up. Like, go talk to people. Watch out who you talk to. You never know who you're going to run into. Let's see. I don't know if you listen to XXXTentacion.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
He got some good knowledge as far as everything goes. But as far as it goes, just do things throughout the day. Be productive. Put yourself in situations. Go out there. Don't always put part of your time behind it. Always do things. Don't try to satisfy yourself too much. You'll be thinking so much of yourself throughout the day that you'll think that you're I forgot what I was saying, but
it's okay.
But make the extra mile, like write things down in the morning. Go out and actually do things. Go if you're nervous. Go and ask people and see what they know and get their information. Just know that no matter what happens, time is going to continue to pass. So, I don't know exactly what advice I can give you. I'll say there's lots of people that you can use as an example. So look at everybody as an example. See how they live and see if that's what you really want. Like, not if that's what you really want, because you don't want it, but you might end up having the same problems as them. Work on yourself every day. And everything's a distraction, so just watch out how much YouTube time you have. Watch out how much time you're spending on Facebook. Watch out how much you're doing. Get to know people. Conversate, even if you don't really know where things are going. Just go for the ride, basically. And your day will pass by very slow and boring if you just think about things. And while you're thinking, life is happening. So I'll say just get up and go do it.
Okay. Thank you for the advice.